All right, here is our very first completed WildChild subscription box. This is the first one. This is the base camp box. Got my WildChild here to help us go through it. And we just want to go through and just check out the basics and see what it comes with. Also, we want to note these amazing stamps, right, Ruby?
Yes.
Yeah, these are pretty cool stamps. Okay. All right, the first thing that we wanted to show you, now this is the merit badge. This is what's earned once the skills are completed. And the idea is that there'll be a pin on the back of this, and we'll show you where that goes here in a second. All right, next thing. All right, what's that for?
To not poke a hole in the tarp.
Yeah, so there's instructions that we'll kind of go through of how to use this and when to use this. It's just a bandana, and obviously there's tons of uses for bandanas, but this specific box with the shelter, I'll show you how to and when to use that. All right, the next piece, these really has nothing to do with this specific box. These are just kind of some fun things that we threw in there, like a fox and a cool little shelter. Little tent? Nice. Yeah, okay. All right, here is the backpack. How big is the backpack, Ruby?
15 liters.
15 liters. Yep, so 15-liter backpack. We've got like the really nice ripstop material. So that way if it's punctured or ripped, it contains that. Pretty basic inside. It actually self-folds into this pocket. And then, anyway, just a little like book pocket back there. And then a front zipper. Otherwise super basic. So the idea is that once the patches are earned with the pin, this can go anywhere on the backpack, right? I mean, it could easily just be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the front there, or up there, or even on the straps, or whatever. But the idea is this backpack not only should contain all the stuff that's sent in the subscription boxes for the next 6 months and beyond, but should display, all of these patches on that. So, all right, so that's the backpack. Here is the skills card, also the cue card. So the idea is that this should summarize what needs to happen in order to earn the merit badge. So with this specific base camp box, these are the two types of shelters they need to be working on. The low shelter and the angle tarp shelter. Here's at least 2 knots that is needed to complete those. And then once those 4 things are done, use the parent decide that like, yes, it's checked off, and then that merit badge is earned. Obviously, with everything we send, including this, we want to inspire creativity, that they can create this shelter however they want. We really don't care exactly how it goes, but it would be great if at least they did these with these knots and could at least do those, and then go wild after that for sure. So the idea with these cue cards, there'll be 1 in each box, and they'll be laminated and all go on this key ring, and that hangs in here in that pocket. That way, as the months go on, they'll collect kind of these cue cards and basically have the skill cards that they can reference in the future. That, oh, that's how that shelter is done. The next one about maybe first aid of like, oh, that's how that bandage was done. So these are meant to be kept in there with their backpack as a reference in the future. All right, we've got stakes that come with it for the shelter, pretty essential. There's definitely a lot of situations where they just want to build the shelter inside, which is totally cool. We've got a video that will be able to kind of show how that's done. You don't have to use stakes. You can use heavy things to kind of wrap up the paracord and stabilize the shelter. But stakes for outside. All right, we have 4 strands of paracord. One is significantly longer, and that's for the taut line hitch part. And then this is the tarp that comes with it. So this is just over 6 feet by 5 feet. This is the ripstop material as well. And this is what the shelter is made of. We tied one already onto one of these corners. And that's what they'll be doing, right? The instructions will take them through that. But we wanted to have an example of how it's done so they can at least reference and see how it's done and done there. All right, and then last in here is the paper instructions. So we definitely have videos going through all of this same stuff and a lot more. But I mean, we feel this way sometimes. It's just nice to send the kids out to go do something without a screen. And so these paper instructions should be able to show all of that. And that way they should be able to do it without the video. Let's see. Okay. All right, that's it. That's the base camp box. Thanks, guys. See ya.